Welcome to Module 8 of our exploration into the deep intersections of ancient wisdom and modern science. Today we examine the principle of gender, the seventh and final Hermetic law, which asserts that gender is in everything. As the Kybalion teaches, everything has its masculine and feminine principles, and gender manifests on all planes of reality. This principle does not refer to biological sex, but to two modes of creative activity that are present in everything we observe. We begin with our first essential question. How does the ancient concept of gender describe a fundamental creative polarity? Second, how do the roles of masculine and feminine map onto physical phenomena like symmetry breaking and quantum measurement? And finally, can we bridge the gap between philosophical insight and scientific precision without reinforcing outdated stereotypes? By the end of this module, you will be able to articulate the principle of gender with historical and philosophical accuracy. You will also analyze correspondences between these ancient laws and the discoveries of modern physics. And you will evaluate how these principles can serve as practical tools for navigating your own personal and collective transformation. The masculine principle is defined as projective, active, and initiating, serving as the spark of creative determination. The feminine principle is receptive, nurturing, and formative, acting as the matrix that gives form to the creative impulse. Neither can create alone. All generation and manifestation in our universe requires the union of these two complementary forces. In the realm of physics, we see this pattern first in the interplay of symmetry and symmetry breaking. Symmetry represents the feminine principle, a state of formless potential that contains all possibilities within its order. Symmetry breaking is the masculine principle, the act of differentiation that chooses one specific actuality from the many. Consider the Higgs mechanism, where a receptive field interacts with an active mechanism to give particles their specific masses. Quantum mechanics offers another parallel through the relationship between the wave function and the act of measurement. The wave function is the feminine womb of possibilities, waiting in a state of superposition to be determined. Measurement is the masculine act that selects one possibility for manifestation in our physical reality. We also see this in particle creation, where particles and antiparticles always emerge together as complementary opposites. Electromagnetic induction shows the mutual generation of fields where the electric and magnetic forces give birth to each other. The electromagnetic wave is the child of this marriage, a perpetual creative reciprocity that sustains the light we see. Even the building blocks of matter follow this rule, through the interaction of individuating fermions and connecting bosons. The universe arises from this interaction between matter that resists merging and force that shares and interconnects. These patterns are mirrored in Kabbalah, through the duality of Chokmah as the flash of insight and Binah as the understanding womb. The Chinese concepts of yin and yang provide another structurally identical parallel to the Hermetic principle of gender. However, we must be careful to remember that these mappings are purely analogical, and physics does not use gendered categories. A distortion of this teaching is to project cultural stereotypes onto the cosmos, instead of recognizing the equal necessity of both. The most defensible correspondence is that the universe creates through the interaction of complementary polarities at every level. We will use our three-level framework to rigorously distinguish between genuine isomorphisms and mere poetic metaphors. This module includes a polarity awareness meditation to help you experience these modes of attention within your own mind. You will also observe your own creative process to see the rhythm between intention and inspiration in your daily life. Your assessment will be an analytical essay evaluating the principle of gender across 4 distinct physics phenomena. We will conclude with a discussion on whether the universe is truly gendered or simply operates through complementary polarities. Preparing for this module requires intellectual honesty and a willingness to hold multiple frameworks simultaneously. Let us open the final door of the temple and begin our journey into the principle of gender. Thank you for joining us in this profound inquiry. Stay curious and continue the great work.